up the OBS? StarValley Design Classes Session 2 is now in session. Alright, boys and girls. Basically, what we went over last week. We installed all of our necessary programs. OpenIV, CodeWalker, GIMP, Blender's GTA plugin so that you could use and export and edit GTA objects. And where we left off, we were doing textures. So, to share the screen one. Okay, so essentially I'm going to show you how to edit and convert textures inside GTA. Mine's going to be a little bit more of a process just because I have to send stuff over to my main computer from the server tower in order to edit, but it'll basically be the same exact process for you. We're opening up OpenIV, open folder. I have a real nice and easy to do folder, so I just select that, and this is basically my work folder. So I'm gonna go open up my source folder, which is where I'm grabbing the texture from. So for this example, I'm going to use our gang sprays. Props, folder, and it gives me another little work drive. Oh.
Okay, let me close this out then. Quit.
Go to your source folder.
Yep.
Grab the Syndicate YDR to export to open formats, which is an ODR. Export that to our work folder. So mine is the to-dos.
Okay.
I now have the new... Where is it? There it is. Here's the old diff. DDS. So from there, Raise_syndicate, I need the DDS file. I'm going to take that, and this is what we're editing. Open it in GIMP. Load everything. Delete all your maps. All you want is the main surface. We would do our changes now. Because we already have changes already made, I'm just going to take this, drag it into here, delete the main surface, and then image, up to content, override np spray syndicate.dds, because I'm still editing the original file.
Right, and I think that's where I got lost, because I can see in my folder I have the JPEG image, the .dds, the .diff.png, .png, and then I have a .ydr, a .odr, and then some folder that says sprays syndicate.
The DDS is what you want to open in GIMP. Because then you won't have to worry about file formatting.
Okay, because when I go to right click and open, it just gives me an open for viewer. It doesn't give me the option to open into anything.
So open with. And then choose GIMP.
No, that's what I'm saying. Okay, let me see if I can share my screen, because that might help.
Please.
Okay.
So you're in OpenIV. So open up the folder in your like Windows Explorer.
Okay. In my folder.
Basically, you want to open that file location.
Okay. Because I have that file location where it's stored open.
Okay, so that is where you're gonna open up the YD or the DDS file. See how I have my Windows Explorer right here? Oh, well, you can't. I don't have my screen.
Yeah, and I don't see, let me see, because how it's showing my screen is just showing OpenIV.
Yeah.
Let me switch, because I need to change the stream.
Don't pull guns out in here.
I need the, there we go, screens. Okay, so when I go, like if I'm in here and then I go to where I actually have all of my stuff for that in my GT5 modding textures, it's in here.
Yes, so open up the DDS folder file, which is this third one down. See how it says type GIMP DDS?
Ah, okay.
That's your DDS file. Open that in GIMP. Close and hit OK. Wherever that, you need that back up. Hit close. And then on the bottom, pull up that. Hit open. Delete all the other. You could also just hit the X in the bottom right.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, much faster. Now go into the File Explorer again and grab the PNG or whatever you're changing it to. Drag and drop it in there. Fourth one down. Nope, go back in.
Oh, I see what it is. It's
Fourth one down right there. Drag and drop that into, no, drag and drop it into. Yep. Now delete your main yep. File export, override.dds.
Okay.
Now you can close GIMP. So, from there, you have our DDS, which has changed.
Yep. There we go.
Mine didn't. Son of a bitch. I didn't export. Oh, okay, it is. Oh, I need to refresh. There we go. Okay, so it's changed over. I'm gonna export it back to... Copy and replace. Put it back into that folder that was created when we exported the original YDR. So go to sprays_syndicate, which is what we're working with, and replace the DDS that is inside there. At this point, you go and open IV. Open the new DDS file and confirm that it has changed. Confirm changed. Right click. Save and export. Select folder. Back out here. We have our ODR. On the ODR, new. Import open formats. Grab our syndicate ODR. Open. Hit this open formats little pop-up. Okay? And it sends it to the new YDR. Open up. Boom. Now YDR is now the texture that you need in order to change our source folder. So what we can do is this. Take spray props, stream, syndicate YDR, replace. I'm going to grab this. Syndicate YDR from our work folder. Open. And now, I open this. Hey, that will forever and now be the new Syndicate spray paint found throughout the city. And I'm not streaming anymore. Ball.
Yeah, you weren't. I was getting ready to say that too. Let me get my ass up and move.
But it was on the recording. That's all that matters. So, but you can confirm at this point that it is the new YDR by opening up in OpenIV from the source folder the original YDR. That is basically texturing and editing textures, replacing textures, and all of that. If you wanted to create a new one, there is one extra step. You have to go into your YTYP, which is essentially just a resource list of all these YDRs and their unique identifier. Won't go into this because this won't be done by you. I basically have to do this in the end. But just so you know what it looks like and all of that. That is textures. And that is where we left off, basically. So, at this point,
$1,200.
I am going to send in the class chat the video for you to watch and follow along for creating a basic template open interior. We're gonna leave class in session for basically the next 25 minutes for anybody to ask any questions, but we're gonna close it up at 5 o'clock, well, 5 p.m. for me. And basically, this is your homework. What you need is a working file from this walkthrough tutorial that I am about to send.
So just so that I can remember, every time we open, go into OpenIV, we have to always open the folder that we're going to be working in.
You want to open two folders. Your workspace, which is just a random folder that you created somewhere on your computer that you regularly store your in-progress projects. And then the second folder is your source folder. Whatever folder you're working with, whatever textures you're editing, all of that. So I just posted the video. It follows the Blender and plugin for Blender that we installed last class.
Yeah, I've seen that tutorial.
Yep. So this is quite a long tutorial. We're not going to do it in class. And your homework is to have the source file that he creates with you in this video. It walks you through opening up a interior for a building somewhere off of, I want to say, West Eclipse Boulevard. I am going to take your projects on the next class. So like I said, this is homework for the next 2 weeks. Feel free to message me with any questions you have while doing this. But when we go into the next class, we are going to be reviewing, editing, bringing in everybody's project so that everybody can kind of see what they created, how it works, and all of that, okay? But he will walk you through texturing, creating collision boxes, creating doors, creating different rooms, all of the above. So, does anybody have any questions before we proceed about homework, textures? No. All right. Sounds good. Well, I'm just gonna do this for everybody.
Now, I will ask this: do you have to have all this software on the computer that you're actually running the game from, or can you do the edits on a secondary computer and then just bring them in?
So you can have what I would call a project computer, where essentially you do all your editing, your GIMP, your 3D Blender, but the source folder that you're creating for your project has to be run on a server. Or on whatever one you're trying to edit with, because you have to have CodeWalker in order to look at it in game, blah, 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 blah. See what I mean? So you're gonna want Blender, CodeWalker, all of those all on the same all on the same computer. You don't have to worry about actually loading it into the GTA game because you're gonna do that in CodeWalker. I will do that in our server.
Okay. Main reason I think I was asking that is because I didn't want to be the person who accidentally makes a mistake on a file that I can't go back and fix.
No, you won't. You won't do anything like that. That's why I tell you to do everything in the workspace folder.
Okay.
So let's say you're making an MLO, and you want to sorry, but you're working from a pre-existing project. What you want to do is copy that pre-existing project folder and put it in your workspace folder.
Okay.
That way you have something that you're working on and something that will always to revert back to if you fuck up.
Gotcha.
We're almost done. Does anybody have any questions about the installation of the programs that we're using? Because if you don't have that stuff down and ready to go, then you're not gonna be able to do this next step. You're not gonna be able to do the homework.
Sounds like a Sunday fun day.
Sure does. All right, guys, we're
Actually, I have a question.
okay. What are they? Let's go.
Well, I need to down. Hold on a second. Headphones. You hear me?
Yes.
So what are the things that we need to download? The only thing I have is GIMP.
They're all in, and all the links are in Class 1, 322, 2025 under the classes category. You need to basically have OpenIV, GIMP, CodeWalker, Blender, and then the Blender plugin.
You can scroll up in the class chat. It's all up there.
Yeah, you can do that too, or just go to like that class channel that has everything posted right there at the top.
Class 2 of 4 or 1 of...
Class 1, 322, 2025.
which is the code walker.
No, class 1, 322, 2025.
That's where I'm at.
Okay, there's like 6 different links in there.
Oh,
There's
right.
the GIMP. There's
Got the GIMP. I
the
got the
image that
GIMP.
we edited inside GIMP. There's the
have that
GTA
I don't
5
have the
mods
image.
OpenIV. Then there's the WinRAR folder. If you don't have the ability to extract and manipulate zip files. Then there's CodeWalker from GTA 5 mods. GitHub Solemns is the Blender plugin. And then the very last link is the Blender Downloads plugin.
It's a couple steps you had to do to get that plug-in and Blender, though, wasn't it? Everything else.
Oh,
was
here
pretty
they. Okay,
straightforward.
never mind.
There's a few steps, but I mean they're not. It's nothing I'd be able to. I wouldn't be able to walk you through in like 2 minutes.
So the GIMP. WinRAR. I need that WinRAR thing.
Only if you can't already manipulate zip files, because you're going to be working with a lot of zips, and that's the only way you're going to be able to send them to me.
Fuck. Yeah, this is where you lost me last 2 weeks ago.
All you're doing is downloading a bunch of things from a bunch of different websites. That's all it is.
WinRAR is a free download.
Yeah.
Everything
You
is
have the paid
free.
Version, they have to don't do the pay because you still get everything for free.
So it just says download WinRAR, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let me do that. And then it says download free trial.
You don't need the free trial.
But yeah, that's going to get you the program regardless, right?
But I mean, yeah, follow that whole installation setup.
Free trial.
Don't pay
So how
for
long-
anything.
Okay, so it says download free trial. That's the one I download.
Is that the only download option?
Well, it says buy it or download free trial.
Download the free trial.
Yeah, download the free trial.
Because we ain't paying for shit.
Paying for shit. Don't need to buy fucking.
Hell
Okay.
no.
Okay, open. Okay, got that in there. Let's see where that went. Okay, there's that one. Then the next one was this GTA 5 mods tools code walker.
Code Walker, yeah.
That's CodeWalker.
Okay.
That's where you work on MLOs and shit.
That's where you'll also be importing. You'll see this. You'll go back and forth between Blender and CodeWalker quite a lot when you're building the project inside the homework.
Now, is there a way for us to get around the error that we were having last week where we were in FiveM and trying to launch Code Walker and it wouldn't let us do it?
I don't know, because that's you saw me. I had
Client-side,
yeah.
that's client-side.
You saw me. I had everything open all at once. If your computer can't do it, then I sorry.
Okay.
And then what's this GitHub? I gotta download that too.
GitHub Solemns is the Blender plugin, so you need Blender first.
Okay.
Download it.
Let's see where to the website.
It's going to take you to
Does it take me to where?
And the janitor did a good job on these floors. These things is weird.
Okay, this one just says a code. I guess the top one says GitHub. That's the one. Add Blender.
No, so go download Blender first. Blender.org/download. This is the screen you come to.
Oh, let me see your Discord. Nope, I don't see that at all.
Which one did you click on? The GitHub or the Blender?
The GitHub.
Okay, well that's obviously the wrong one. We're going for the Blender.
Okay, let me find the Blender. Oh, here's a blender. Now that's where I'm at right now. I see that.
You hit download Blender.
Blender. Ooh, it says donate.
Nope. Ignore that.
Downloading. I'm ignoring it.
Don't need to donate. Download and install Blender. That might take a little bit. And then you need to download the GitHub Solemns package. The way you do that is you click on the link.
Okay, hold on. Let me get this one downloaded first.
Well, it's going to take a while, so I'm just going to show you how to do it, basically.
Okay. I'm gonna look on your thing.
This is where you're going to need WinRAR and whatnot. But click on the link. It brings you to this GitHub page.
I don't see your screen. Oops. The fuck? Dropped out of the player to.
Do you see the screen?
Hold on, let me get disconnect. Says you've popped out of the player to another window.
So you have my thing in another window.
Yes.
Yeah. Find that window.
What the f-
How we doing there, Sharon?
I don't see your window, but I'm trying to find this other thing.
What other thing?
The downloads.
No, come on. Find my screen so I can show you how to do Solemns.
I do not see your screen. It says that the only thing it's watching is a black screen that says you popped out of the player's window. How do I? Oh, there. Wait. Here we go. I got it. Here we go. Fucking stupid.
You see this GitHub?
Yeah, I
Solemns.
had that up. Yes.
Okay. Click on the code and you hit download zip.
Okay. Hold on. Let me get to that. Okay. And that was the GitHub.
Yep.
And then I click on the Git code.
Click on code. Download zip.
Okay.
Mine's in my downloads folder, Solemns-main. Hit save. When you open up Blender, once your Blender is downloaded and fully installed,
Okay.
it's opening. Hold on.
I got all this shit. I got WinRAR. I got this code thing. I got this.
Welcome to my daily life. Every single day I come in here and edit.
I got the blender. So I got all the
I have
shit.
100,000 different windows open at all times, and you should see my freaking Notepad++ and how many files I have open.
Mm-hmm. I can imagine. You see my work desk.
Anyway, you open up Blender as soon as it stops not responding.
Okay. I'm opening it. It says install.
Yeah, you have to go through the install. I'm showing you after install.
Okay, gotcha. So let me hit the install next.
Open up your Blender. File.
Installing. Is it fast?
Where is it? Oh, edit, preferences, add-ons. There's a little drop-down button right up here. You see this?
Oh, hold on. It's down. It's installing.
I'm not waiting for you to install. I want to get out of here.
Oh, I see. Okay, let me look at your screen.
You're installing it. I'm not waiting an hour for it to install on your computer, so I'm going to show you what the hell I'm doing.
Oh, it takes that long. Okay, go ahead. I'm watching.
Okay, so you already have Solemns installed. Blender is open. Edit. Preferences. Go to add-ons. On the top right of that add-ons box, install from disk. This is where you're going to navigate to the folder where you downloaded Solemns. Mine's in the downloads. Solemns.zip. Install from disk. You can confirm it has been installed by finding it inside this list, Solemns development, and making sure that it is checked.
Okie doke.
Hit escape. You're good to go. You're right where you need to be so that you can follow along on the video for homework.
Okie doke. I got all this shit installed.
If you guys have any questions, you run into any problems, feel free throughout the week in order to hit me up. Class is going to be pretty short today because homework is everybody follow along that video, create the same exact file that he is creating, and you will be presenting it inside the next class. Any questions?
Yeah, what's your phone number?
You have my Discord.
I'm just kidding. Okay, I got the blender up, kitty. I got all that shit. Okay.
Okay, so then you should be able to do the preferences and all that good shit.
Yeah, I'll be asking you this shit again.
Well, I mean, if you got it open, do it.
Okay, so I got the box, the little cube thing looking there.
The preferences box. So go to the top left, go to edit, preferences,
Edit preferences, yep.
go to add-ons. See add-ons?
Is it? I don't see, oh, here it is. Okay, add-ons.
And then do you see the little arrow, drop-down arrow in the top right of that box?
Yep.
Click that drop-down arrow and go to install from disk.
Okay, it's there. Yeah.
Go to your downloads folder, which is where you should have downloaded Solemns to, or wherever you put Solemns.
It's all okay. Here it is. I see it.
Click it.
Yep.
And hit OK.
Or install from disk.
Yep.
Okay.
So install, refresh that screen, and then you could double check by editing inside the preferences that the Solemns development is added.
Wait. So refresh the screen.
No. It will refresh after it's done installing it.
Oh,
And you
okay.
can find Solemns development in quote inside that same list. Just make sure it's checked.
Oh, I see it. I see Solemns is in here. It is checked.
And then, all right, hit the X and you're done.
Okay, so I'm caught up from last week.
You are 100% ready to go.
Okay.
All right, final time. Any last questions?
Why does it hurt when I pee?
That takes a very special doctor, and I am not either.
What is this bitch fucking looking over my shoulder for?
I don't know. I thought you had like an emotional support animal. But with that, class is adjourned.
Thanks for taking the time to fix that
Sent
shit.
you
Oh,
a ticket as
fuck.
well, so that you can let me know yes or no before I go ahead and send that over.
Wait, for what?
Smack the chair. Oh, I just posted a ticket for a 1 of 1. But I wanted to see if it's approvable or not first, because it's one of the vehicles that they stated that they're no longer supporting. But I know as we get further along, I want to be able to edit it. So
I got you. Yeah, we'd probably be able to bring it in. I'll take a look though.
Oh. Take me to the helicopter.
Cake me. All right.
good, I can go do a